Okay, we have a slight delay, but we're live.
Welcome everybody to Welcome in the Watchtower. We're gonna go through the release notes for
Jonathan,
that was yesterday, um, and we're gonna take a little look at what the new units that are coming for the event, the new air for the survivors. You can actually test it in the Google bar tests at the moment. Um, but let me introduce you to the panel. Start with Anxiety. Can you say hello?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show.
And Coyote.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Raven.
I think he's still AFK.
Okay. And Ghost Rider.
hello, and Jonathan, you still keep sending feedback for some weird reason. You want to try again?
He needs to mute the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show on, but wait.
Okay. Let's see what.
It's still doing it.
I think. Do you have YouTube on?
No?
No, that's weird. Okay. Let me see if I can screen share here.
You still hearing it?
Yes. There's 11. Let us go through this then. F11. F11. This one. Uh, Release notes
Hold on a second.
11.17.
Hold on a second. Jonathan, just mute your mic for right now. There you go. Go ahead.
Okay. Release notes 11.17. The following changes and fixes are being applied in this Wednesday's downtime, April the 28th update. That was yesterday. Event operations suffering damage. Ruby have disappeared with no trace of Ruby of any frequency. Karen, Shadow, and Sheila must come together to find out what happened to their comrade. So Ruby is disappeared for some reason. Operations suffering damage introduced the survivors' new sonic-powered chopper, the Doubler. And we're gonna take a little closer look at that in the Gogo bar test.
And that's looks like that's surfacing. Surfacing.
Surfacing damage.
Yeah. Do we read the rest of it?
Yeah.
Okay. With Operation Surfacing Danger, the use it or lose it time will be now 24 hours to accommodate for our new bi-weekly release schedule. Please make all of your event store purchases by May 13th at 10 a.m. PDT. Full event briefing will be posted by May 5th, and the start date is May 6th at 10 a.m. PDT and ends May 12th at 10 a.m. PDT. For bug fixes, general fixes and improvements, Dervish not able to be purchased for all players in Gear Store, and Prototype Proteus Tech not unlocking after earning all 8 parts.
That was a big issue for players that hit those shadow up spaces. I think it was 24 hours later they could put the take on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Divish is just not able to be pursed for all players in Gear Store.
And that's still occurring too.
Yeah. Is that still occurring?
Yeah, for the dervishes in Gear Store, some players are still able not to see it in Gear Store. So I don't think that was completely fixed.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Ghost Rider, can you still hear it?
Well, you have to wait until Bonsai talks.
A little while.
Yeah. I don't hear it so far. You should be good, Jonathan.
Okay. I apologize.
You're fine.
It's not. So when let us take it a little here. The ruby is disappeared. That is some story. That is new story. I think they're gonna turn on for the event, maybe. But we have the Survivor's new Sonic powered chopper, the Doubler. Have any of you tried that in the Go Bar test?
No.
Yes, I have. It
Uh,
gets shot down fairly quickly. It's got a decent range. At level 1, it doesn't have much power, but the one thing it does do that other air doesn't do is it shoots floaters.
Yay.
yeah, from level 1,
Mm-hmm.
as I saw it. We had you made a little video. We're gonna take a look at it a little later. Um, and they use it or lose it. It is not. I think it stops. The event stops at Wednesday or Thursday. Let us see here. Ends. Let me just take the make calendar. It
Yeah,
starts
basically
at.
about a week away.
Let me see. May. So it starts the 6th. Thursday the 6th. Oh, damn. May starts the 6th, and when was it ending? Was it Thursday the 1st?
The 7th, or
The
24
6th is
hours after the end of the event.
let us see, and it stops the 12th.
12th, yeah.
Let us
So
see
6th
here.
to the 12th.
By the 13th, it's lose it or use it is over because they're doing downtimes on Wednesdays.
Let me see, May the 12th. So
Yes.
it is Wednesday.
Almost a
So
whole
they
week.
say that you have to use it or lose it in 24 hours, according to the new downtime release notes they're gonna do. They're gonna do it every second week now. Hello, Raven,
Hello.
and I don't know what you guys think of that. Is that good or bad?
I don't work, so I'm
People
fine
should
with
be
that.
spending their points while they're doing the event.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do that as well.
yeah.
So there's
Because last event it was Friday. It ended. I think
Yeah.
you could actually even get past the downtime and release notes. But what about they are doing the downtime every 2 weeks instead of every week?
yeah, the desaturation of the server is between that time and you know the if the servers can handle it, good. But I think like before, maybe it's better since they've gone from Flash to HTML. But it used to be that the servers couldn't go a week much over a week without starting to really degrade.
Right.
No,
But maybe HTML's alleviated some of the server issues. We'll find
no,
out. I'll give it
no.
a chance.
And I actually want the only thing with the bug fixes I think is a little problem is we don't know what they are working on because we have seen so many bugs in the game lately. So it could actually be cool to see what they are working on and what have fixed.
I made a post under suggestions. I wish they'd make a public list of all the bugs they're working on and let players vote on the priority of which one should be fixed first.
Yeah,
Because I don't
because
think there's some things that really need to be fixed much sooner than later, like the Phantom being shot out long after it's dead. That needs to stop.
yeah, that has annoyed me too.
Or the Harbinger taking shots from the Hunter after it's gone back into stealth mode.
Yeah. Yeah. I get that a lot.
Those are things that should be priority to fix.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see what else we have here. Was the It is not much they've put out this week. There's something about Facebook and gift cards too. Can you take a spin on that, Brandy?
Yeah, effective immediately, Facebook has discontinued accepting Facebook gift cards as a form of payments across the entire platform. Facebook does not intend at this time to what do you call it, to readable this re-enable this
Re-enable.
feature. For players that have used this feature in the past for payments, you can still use the traditional credit cards as well as prepaid credit cards on the Facebook platform. Like players, we were just notified of this change today. Well, not today, but when it first came out, when this message came out. So they apologize that this was unable to give any notice. We appreciate your misunderstanding or understanding.
Yeah. So I noticed that after this last Chrome update, I had some issues to use my credit cards. I had to redirected my credit card to the game again for some reason, and I still have a little problem on one of the browsers. But this is something totally different. Is that a gift cards? So you could actually buy a gift cards
Yeah,
through Facebook.
yeah, that was the way it was for a long time.
Okay,
Like
then
some
maybe.
Sounds like there
clans,
was a
go ahead.
probably hacked.
Yeah,
Yeah, like some clans that would pay each other or pay their members X amount for getting so much infamy or going out for attacks and stuff like that, and then they would apply it, I guess, to the War Commander account, stuff like that. Um,
yeah.
and it's quite possible that they were
So
still
now
doing
they
that.
actually had to physically.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So they did not have now physically have to pay with the credit card. That
Right.
is a good thing, maybe. Yeah. And there's this contents of the trophies. Have you any of you take a look on that?
That one was the one that I liked the most, the first one that they posted, but I think they got that drawing off of somewhere else. I don't think I've seen any of our players in the past have come up with something that good on their own.
No, this looks actually pretty cool. The next one,
Yeah, that one does.
this one, some really sick imagination, but that is cool. What is, how could they make this a trophy?
I would
I don't
assume it
know.
was just something that would be like on. I don't know. I guess it would be like sitting on a stand.
Yeah. And what is this?
Probably like one of those
Is that,
gold trophies that we've been having, but it would have like a little flame up top and a little missile down below.
uh,
That one's funny. That one's funny. That looks
yeah,
like
but
that,
then you
that looks like my husband on Monday morning before work.
evil minion,
Pretty cool to have those zombies.
minion. But
Or
how can you make those to a trophy?
Yeah, I think somebody was
This
thinking of
is
Christmas too early.
looks looks like something taken out from another thing.
Yeah, and
This
same way
looks
that
like
one.
a football trophy or something.
Yeah, like a Grammy award for a War Commander.
Yeah,
There's somebody put some time.
yeah. So you have a level at level one. It is just a score
How many levels? Five.
5,
5 levels.
and then it
Yep.
is a pirate skull with 2 bones. Yeah,
That was inventive right there.
yeah.
But it looks like part of it's gotten from somewhere else. That one looks like it's from
This
somewhere
one.
else.
Yeah.
But look, it's all of us. Which one's Bonsai? I think the one on the left.
Oh my god.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I would like that one.
That's not bad.
Make Jeff look twice.
That was actually pretty cool. I can see they actually used a little time to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did very good with that one.
Enlarge a few things.
I would make them bigger, but
Yeah.
this is.
Banzai, you making me cry.
Oh.
Oh,
Here's
speaking of
somebody
bigger.
bigger.
Yeah.
Oh,
A snowman with a
That's
machine
already
gun?
there.
yeah,
Yeah.
he was looking
something
up at.
already available.
Yeah, he was looking up at the other one.
Yeah, let's see.
Chandelier
Yeah, that would
What
be.
the?
or
A chandelier?
candle stick holder.
Yeah.
Somebody have visited their grandma, I think.
Yeah. The Holy
Let's see.
Grail.
This. Yeah,
I could see that one.
not a
Yeah.
fighter plane. Yeah, you could see that with either
The Mark 1 or Mark
what do you
2
call it,
on a
Echo
platform.
or British or something.
Some.
Or it could be actually
Puppy trophy.
a
No,
dog.
come on.
Yeah.
Come
What the-
That's
on.
Max. Hey,
Wait,
Max, you changed.
Max got bigger.
Yeah,
Max
And-
got fluffier.
Max
and
ate
this
one.
one.
Max got into the blue goo and it got bigger.
WC Tech.
This one.
Okay. I don't know.
That was an old unit that never came to flourishing.
That
This
one's
looks
cool.
actually pretty cool too.
Yeah.
That is cool too. Yeah.
Floating cube.
That was interesting.
Looks like a mix of communist soldiers.
Looks like.
Socialism. Yay.
What
That-
the fuck?
Yeah, no.
Making
Oh.
That's
Interesting.
Interesting.
Interesting. Yeah.
That would be okay. You know, like
The power plant.
inventive. Yeah. That one.
But which
No.
ones were the actual winners?
I don't know. They have not announced it.
No,
Yeah,
they did.
They
They
gave
did.
some names.
One of the ones
But
is
I
on the.
don't-
Yeah, one of the ones is on the very last page.
Make a ticket. Look at number 2.
Yeah, that would be kind. That'd cover up a lot of stuff. You could probably cover up your CC with that trophy.
Yeah. That is an old war commander picture,
Mm-hmm.
and I made a trophy from the old world. That is a copy from another. Then
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be copyright issues.
well, it's fun to see that people the imagination. It is from
Plagiarism is still alive.
I can't
Yeah.
remember which one it was that won it.
Wait, I'm gonna. If you stop screen sharing me, I will just take. Or maybe that is too late. I'm gonna go to the video Hitachi made.
Yep,
Let me
go
see
ahead.
here. Videos. And you can start to screen share me again.
Okay, go ahead.
This is the new bubbler, I think. And what Hitachi is bubbler. Yeah, it's a little weird name, but here you can actually see he hits the floater here. and that is at level 1.
Gets wiped out easily, but the idea that it hits floaters is kind of cool.
Yeah. Let's take a look at that again.
Doesn't do much damage to the ground.
No.
The buildings, and it was a max
Okay.
level floater. It didn't have any reinforcement. I guess I could throw a reinforcement on it or something, but just the fact that it just went poof.
Yeah, the Echo had that ability at level 20, so I'm a little surprised that they can do that at level 1.
Well, the Echo didn't ever have the, not the Echo. Yeah, it was the Echo. You're right. I was
The
thinking
Echo
the Dervish can do it too, but it's with the drones.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Hey,
Sorry.
Perry.
Hello, Perry.
There's
I
another little Easter egg that I don't know if many people have found it. The bounty hunter has got gold tech coming.
Yeah, let's take a look at that. I am in the game at the moment. I think like this. I just saw it.
You need to go full screen.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, not that screen. Like this. Open.
What happens every 2 weeks, instead of 1 week? We forget things.
Let me see.
Sorry, people, the shows are going to go downhill. Lack of practice.
Infantry and bounty hunter. This one.
Yep.
It spawns a dog companion for the bounty hunter. But it has some level, but is it 6 dogs it's gonna spawn?
I have one question. Are the dogs going to be stealth? Or does it lose its stealth with the dog companion?
And does it get bigger for
should
each
be
level,
like-
or do we get more than one dog?
But is it a dog? Is it a war dog?
I hope so.
I
It
hope it's
spawns
gonna
another
be
Max.
a wolf, or
It's a real vicious.
I hope it's gonna be a wolf or something
chihuahua.
that can actually hit something. A chihuahua.
An ankle biter.
It's a yapper.
Let's we not talk about that.
Bad dreams,
but,
Jonathan.
Just like the breed.
But it could be actually fun to see if it is 6 dogs she's gonna spawn that are cloaked, or is it a wolf that? Because if you look at some of the screens for that kind of Indian local things, it's used to be a wolf that runs with the bounty hunter, but it's gonna be as strong as Max, or is it 6 Maxes we're gonna get, or because there's actually nothing. It says nothing here.
You're going to throw dogs? Can it throw them out like the decoys?
Yeah.
Instead of throwing cats, we're throwing dogs.
Yeah.
I'm just concerned about it losing the stealth.
Yeah.
I don't want it to lose the stealth.
I hope that if maybe or a dog that not thrown out like the decoys, but a wolf that, or a dog that goes on its own,
A trained dog.
and you can decide, when it should go out.
So what do you think it's going to, since it's a rare epic tech, do you think it's going to be the same thing as the one we just did? Like two in ops 1 week, 3 in another, 3 in another?
This one should actually be in the next event. This one.
And I wonder if it gets killed, does it come back? Does it regenerate a new dog?
Or you have to.
Or if, or maybe you retreat and come back and the dog's back.
You put it down.
Get a fresh dog. We're cloning
Hey,
dogs nowadays.
be nice to the dog. I'll get the SPC and an A on you.
SP.
You probably could get them on a game for animal cruelty ideas.
Again here.
Oh, we have to
Let
ask
me
Jonathan
just
about
go.
that one.
But
Call PETA.
we have talked a little about the bug reports and what that's going on in War Commander since the last downtime. Not general bug reports. The divisions at the moment are a big problem. If you would put them in with your, what do you call them,
Proteus.
Proteus, yeah, you actually DC as soon as you hit the CC, then you're DCing, and it is not just only me. I can see that there are a lot of people that are DCing after using them.
Some are saying it's associated with having legendary devouts in your bunkers. If you have legendary devouts in your bunkers and you attack somebody with legendary devouts in their bunkers, you rush in your dervish in front of the Proteus using the fast air, you have a high probability of crashing not only yourself but the player that you're attacking.
Okay, so we have to say to the player we attack, can you please take out your legendary devouts?
Yes. So we can both play without being crashed.
Okay.
But they don't listen about. We tell them they don't listen.
Yeah, Kixeye has yet to be able to recreate this. Everybody else in the world can, but Kixeye.
This little unfortunate if you have a unit that if you use it, it will DC you.
Yeah, I think Nutcracker this morning asked, and Adele gave him the same answer that nobody at Kixeye has been able to recreate it.
Well, I can recreate it every time.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to send in videos on how to do it.
Yeah. I can see the bug annoying hunters and anti-air hitting my harpy while cloaked. That is what we talked about before.
Lots of things need to be fixed, and some need to be put up to the top of the list to be fixed.
Yeah. I have another one that I don't know if it is intended to be, but is it intended to be when you do PvP, you can jump back to a base and build some more missiles?
Yeah.
Is that?
That's I don't think they've ever really answered that.
No, but that goes for the bludgeons too. So you can actually just bludgeon a player to that.
It's great for Kixeye. They're making gold, but I think they should limit. I mean, why put a space cap on how much you can deploy when you can deploy a full platoon, and in addition to your full platoon, 6,000 space worth of mercs?
Yeah.
You know, you're allowing somebody to put 9,800 space worth of units in a single drop on a base, and that just doesn't make sense to me.
And,
they need to cap it.
Yeah, and I like to use it myself, but I should, in my opinion, they should remove the group defense and gold attack when we are not doing events.
I suggested a while back. I suggested replacing the gold attack and the gold defend with a gold repair boost. So you get, you buy one, it's 10% repair boost. You buy two, it's 20%. You buy three, it's 30%.
Yeah.
For 6, 12, 18 hours.
Yeah. Because
I'd rather have my units repair, or give me a discount on repairs.
Yeah. Because what I see is a problem is that if you can run back to your base buy extra missiles and extra bludgeons or what the blazers or what they called, and then return to the base and hit them with gold attack and defense. You have no chance to get a victory from that one as a defender. And I think that starts to piss a lot of people off because they don't know if they are cheating or if they are actually using the money. It is a lot of money in one hit, especially if you use bludgeons or in what the blazers.
Yep.
I don't know. Have you any opinion on that here in the panel?
I mean, if anything, I think they should bring the merch back for those who don't have it yet. But as per the merch that they do have out, they should put a cap on there. So if it does say beyond a certain point, then it could be easily investigated instead of just thrown out. You know, did that person coin or not? You know.
Yeah, because that starts to piss me off.
I think
Yep.
several people I've heard just rage quit and come back because of that stuff. You know, you keep spamming that stuff in, and it makes it even harder to tell whether or not somebody is really a legit player or not. If they're coining, it's one thing, but who's going to coin gobs and gobs and gobs of mercs into a person's base just to flat a base when they
Uh,
really should
We've
reconsider,
had
like,
a few players.
yeah, well, like they should reconsider having the penances can only build so many, and then put where it takes a day or so, like these other units, to fully build. That would knock that crap down real quick. As far as uh, the mercs, they should be able to do the same thing. You know, you can only spam, say for instance, 10 at a time for like the bludgeon or whatever.
They're not going to do anything about it because it's a moneymaker for those that are actually spending the coin. They're raking it in because people are finding that easier to spam mercs than it is to send a, you could send a buggy and then spam mercs and take out a base.
But on the other side of it, they'll have
yeah,
to look
but
to see how many people are quitting because they think it's a cheat.
You know what
Yeah.
we can do as well? When you attack some player, you cannot go build something in units. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You should
that,
you do the same back the mercs. You cannot go in the building.
Or
no,
missiles,
no.
stuff like that.
If you try that, you should actually DC on the spot.
Disconnect in the attack.
Yeah,
The they need to do they need a couple of features in the game that would really help. We need a replay so that if we're hit offline, we can see what the attack was later on. And they also need to start showing us in the attack in the attack log what boosts the enemy was running. If it was just war effort boosts, if they paid for gold, what the percentage, make sure that come up with something that shows us they didn't have 75% stacked gold. Because sometimes we file reports on stuff that we shouldn't be wasting our time with because they had gold boosts on, but we don't know that.
yeah, or have they actually paid for that? Because we have seen players that use bludgeon like they toilet paper. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
and uh, and we can see they're using gold and gold defense boosts. And you start to actually question if that player is legit because in one attack in a sector he uses maybe 1,000 coin just on bludgeons or what do you call them? The other ones,
Well,
blazers.
yeah, the more expensive mercs. I mean, the bludgeons are cheap.
Yeah,
Something Yellow mentioned on the side chat is that the go-go bar needs to reflect based on the units that we have ourselves in game and not just like level 1 shits, and I agree to that too.
Well,
I don't.
the level 1 they do reflect. I believe if you have a level 20 dervish, you're going to run at level 20 on the go-go bar. But this unit that we just tested is only a level 1, and because it's not even been built.
What
Oh, I think
pisses me off with the Gogo bar test is that actually they are not spawning at the right spawning points.
Right.
actually he
And the
That
said
mines are all dead.
actually
so you can actually you cannot do a proper attack like you will be attacked by a enemy. They spawn in right and left, not on the deploy spot.
Actually, I misunderstood
Right.
what Yellow said. He's referring to clan-based go-go bar, like attack each other through the
I
go-go
wish
bar.
they'd. Yeah, I wish they would just give us, if you hit a clan member, it's just like using the go-go bar so we could test our bases more legitimately.
Yeah, and you will not gain or you lose
Base
any of your.
resets.
Yeah.
You don't gain anything from it. You don't lose anything from it. Your
And you don't get a
platoons, you
bubble
can do away with the go-go bar altogether.
and no bubble.
And you can be attacked while you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That would
So
be,
people not start to exploit that shit too.
yeah.
I have I don't know if you have the same problem with me like I have, but I have one trophy. If I plant that in my base, I cannot move it after I've planted. I have to take all of my trophies
No,
out
no, no,
just to get them.
no. Just go to the workaround is just go to base editor, and you can move it. So right click on a wall, select base editor. Now you can move it.
Okay.
So I've reported that in. I showed them, the only way you cannot select that in any other way but through the base editor.
That's a little weird.
Yeah.
So, and
the
it's
rest of
just
them
that
can.
one trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, there was another thing. Can't remember.
And Yellow says it was with the things that you could test each other's bases. It will stop the 69ing and holding the bases. That is
Yes, absolutely.
absolutely instead of the go-go bar test because you cannot use the go. It's useless the go-go bar test.
And it would be even better if they could, I suggested a long time ago we go to allegiances so that clans could become green to each other because
Yeah.
they're part of the same allegiance, and then you could even improve upon that to where, friendly hits don't affect anything.
Exactly.
Yeah. Even Yellow put in there, or like a section like the raid. Like I guess have a button in there where you have raid, war efforts, whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
But one thing I've kind of noticed, I think we're going into a trend of seeing units that are they will exploit the idea is that they can do all this and that and the other, but when it comes down to it, they're just a piece of junk because we've gotten so many good units recently. So I think the next couple of units down in the month and 2 months ahead aren't going to be for crap.
Well, they need to go ahead
To
and
be
come
honest,
out with the silos for the other two factions for people who want to be a full faction. They need to go ahead and come out with those two because all we have is just the one for Corpus.
You cannot run a straight fraction with the units we have now because then the bases are too weak.
That's true too.
It's like the dreadnought they've just brought out, to be fair, belongs in the armory. That's the
Yeah.
best place for it.
That's where I put
The
Yeah,
mine.
biggest lump of junk I've ever seen.
it was my biggest mistake to coin that one. And I have seen that people say they like it, but they barely scratches the Helioses and Lightbringers.
useless.
The worst unit kits I've ever brought out. But it's absolutely rubbish.
But maybe it is strong in a straight fraction.
I
No,
don't know. No, I
Bandai.
don't think so.
Don't
What
keep your
faction is
hopes
it?
up.
I don't even remember.
It's Survivor.
Survivor. Okay, well you can keep your screamer because right
Yeah.
now you can't choose anything you cannot choose any faction but Survivor because of the screamer.
Yeah, but do you want to have Kyle in as a anti-air defender?
No, but I was just saying you can't do with. There is one unit you cannot go without in your base, and that's the Screamer. Warpath, whatever event you're running, the Screamer has to stay.
Well, they can have an alternative unit come in, and I keep telling them to call it the Moaner.
Yeah.
That Dreadnought, wherever they got the design from, for the Dreadnought, or wherever, Battle Pirates, or whatever you bloody call it, they should take it back and stick it back where it belongs.
Yeah. That is the only unit I have been very disappointing of.
Nemesis
I'm,
is good, but the
Yeah.
Dreadnought, it's not worth its metal.
Well, to be fair, nearly all the units have brought out over the last couple of months have been good units, but that Dreadnought, honestly, it's scrap.
It's maybe why it is so disappointing. I don't know.
Well, they've done that. I mean, some of the new units they've brought out in the past have been good for a few weeks, but then they end up going to the archive, the Kraken, the I mean, they've put out units in the past that they hyped up and they just weren't worth it.
To be fair, my opinion is they're spoiling the game because the game is called War Commander, and I've played this game since the day it was released, and it's not a war game anymore. It's more like a space age game.
I don't know what to say to that.
It's called War
It's
Commander
a
for a reason.
spam
It's not
commander at the moment.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's Spam Commander. They've ruined the game. They've well and truly ruined the game.
I think the Dervish is the
I
only
used to-
bright
I
thing.
used
That,
to-
I think Dervish is the only bright thing that came out with, as far as next to Echoes. But then again, there's pros and cons.
They're bringing units out in the game that's so far fetched. It's unreal.
Well, I don't know what. Have any of your other issues or things to talk about?
I have an issue.
Yeah.
Bonsai. It has to do with your base. You need to refill your mines. On the top right.
You know what I have a problem with? I
Yes.
hope they don't give any more back on the Shadow Ops. Really fucked up. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you instead of getting a new unit, you get a new tech for the next.
I don't want that. I fucked so much up. How much problems we have then about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have an issue they need to fix. Remove all the level 2 bases, level 3 bases, all the little, brand new or revived new bases, because I think the new bases come in at level 30, don't they?
Something like that, yeah. We have a level 3 in our
Yeah.
sector right now.
You
It's
are
talks.
stuck to a sector while you are level 2 and up to, I think it is level 30, like you said, and then you can move your base out. But we see a lot of level 2s out on the map. I know that some sectors are actually overfloated with them.
We have one in our sector that's actually level 3 that's got a tag and actually is able to talk. And also, too, Yellow said on side chat, this should be renamed Coin Commander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
As you guys know, I haven't PvP'd for over a week now.
Yeah.
That is
And I
odd.
refuse to do so.
There's the new
And-
trophy.
And I refuse to PvP and give them anything. Not until they sort the problems out. Sorry, I'm not losing anything in this game. Not for them.
The
No.
new trophy is Bitcoin slot machine, one-armed bandit.
Yeah,
I
but
would
your
get that
issues
too.
is that Raven, your issue was. Can you explain that?
And here are people that are using overpowered units, and they're trying to tell me they're not overpowered. Who are they trying to kid? I've played this game for 10 years, 11 years, on and off, and they're trying to pull the wool over our eyes, and that's a constant thing. this HML, whatever the crap it is that they brought out, was supposed to get rid of all the cheaters in game. Looks like it. They're doing a really good job of it, I must say that.
I have not. It is. It is the worst time for.
Yeah.
I can say that I have stopped coining for a week now.
Yeah, and you're not the only one. And I think a lot of people will be following suit. At the end of the day, they're in this to make money, plain and simple, and that's all they're bothered about is what they're getting in their back pocket.
Because if I know I was fighting a legit player, then I have no problems with it. But I've been in sectors where they could not flat me for an hour, and then I go to one comes in and do me with nearly just air. There's something.
It's something seriously wrong, Bonsai.
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean. You played this game for a long time. I know Doomsday's played it for a long time. Yellow's played it for a long time. We've all played it for a long time. And they're just basically fobbing us off and pulling the wool over our eyes and saying they're not cheating unless they get proof in this and all that garbage. But obviously there's something going on, and we know there is.
Yeah.
They need to revamp the battle logs so that it shows us exactly what boosts they had, because I'm okay if they paid for the gold boost attack and defend and all that stuff, and I get my base flattened. At least I know that they paid for it.
Yeah.
But too often it's left. If you're hit offline, you have no clue what they could have not run boosts. They could have been running some magic, but we got no verification. We got no replay to look at. We got nothing that satisfies our desire to know if we were hit fairly or if we were hit by somebody's magic.
No.
And they got to give us some more information. This is too much blind stuff. And if it's not cheating, if it is the gold stuff, then show us so we don't file reports and fill up everybody's, make them work harder on stuff that isn't needed.
And when they do show us, they can always block out, like, say, for instance, username information, stuff like that, but at least still show us.
But I think that there's something out there that allows them to stack those gold boosts.
It's like I said, you know when you're getting hit by legit players, and you know when you're not. And it's like I said, I'm not going to name names on YouTube because people see this video. But there's one group out there, especially that I know the whole lot of them are a bunch of hackers, plain and simple.
Yeah.
And I don't give a crap what kicks I say. I know they are.
Yeah. And what pisses me off is that the fair play is gone. You see players with their minis holding their own bases in the same sector, flatting their own bases when they come home. We have video proof of that, and they do. I think we have sent like 15 or 20 reports on that, and nothing happens.
Right.
I'm not being funny. Watchtower's here, and I know Kixeye watched the videos of Watchtower, and we try to be respectful as we can towards Kixeye.
Yeah.
But basically, when we're getting our pants pulled down, what do they expect us to say?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, guys, we have been on for nearly an hour. There's nothing else to go through, unless the people want to hear us rant. But I think we.
Or
have said
Bonsai's
what we
lovely
have to
voice.
say.
He can sing.
Yeah. There's nothing to sing for at the moment.
Yeah, I know.
We can cry.
But in my opinion, it starts to get on my nerves that people. So I cannot see if the people actually are cheating or they are playing legit.
Do you
But,
think making it like some of these Star Trek games where you have to pay to play? Do you think that making it a play to play would give it a better chance of not having all these cheaters and stuff?
No.
It won't stop it. It won't stop it unless Kixeye stop it. Plain and simple.
Okay. I know somebody's going to offer that as a suggestion at some point.
What
Yeah.
the biggest mistake they did, that they put back players after 7 days last time. That was the biggest mistake they did, because
It
they
was a
most of them are
letdown.
back and hacking their asses out again.
Well, not only that, also telling us one thing and it's actually being a ban for something else.
Yeah,
They're
that's
robbing
for,
us. We're getting robbed.
no,
You
no,
know it. I know it. We're getting robbed.
don't
It's
don't want to say this, Rob. It's just unfair the way they are looking at it.
Yeah.
it's not nice. Trust me, it's not nice. They think we sit there and we bitch on. They want to try it themselves and see what it's like to be in our shoes.
Yeah.
And it's not
They'll
nice
never
when
understand it.
it's not nice when you know you're getting royally screwed.
It's playing at a poker table with somebody who's got aces up his sleeve.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly
But I
right.
hope they will address it soon, because maybe I will not play this game for after a half year if they not start to address this, because this is it was bad, but now it is just insane.
Which is sad because one of the things that still makes us want to play the game is the people that we meet up with in this game. And then if it gets to the point where our own friends don't want to play this game, how are they going to make any revenue at some point for this game?
Yeah, just plain and simple. Stop the hacks and or magic or what you call it. Give them what they deserve, a permaban, so they have to start over again.
And I will have to say this, no matter what people say, coining is not a hack. What we're referring to is players who use stuff outside of the game to get an advantage.
If somebody wants to throw $7 to flatten my base, more power to them.
Yeah.
That doesn't bother me, as long as they're legitimately throwing $7 at my base.
Right.
Yeah.
And not fake, $7 and Kickside doesn't gain anything, and I've lost, my time playing, and that guy's laughing his ass off because he spent $50 this month just so he stays from being, taken out of the game, and he's, faked out, how many thousands of coin.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's all. I mean, they can flatten my base as many times as they want to. As all they give Kickside the coin so they can keep the lights on. I'm good with that. That in a way, I win at the end.
Well, guys, I will keep going through shoutouts, and we can start off with. Let me see.
Hey, Jump. Sorry, we're about to end.
We can start off with Paradog.
All right. Well, again, I'm sorry I'm late. I want to give a shout out to John Guy and Ghost Rider for putting the show together. Shout out for the side chat. Without you, we wouldn't have a show. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe. And one more thing, people. I say this every week. This is a game where we kill bases and our bases get killed. There is no reason whatsoever for real personal insult in a global chat. Let's just have fun the way the game was meant to be played. Thanks a lot, and you all be safe in these troubled times.
Thank you. Coyote.
Thanks for having me. Shout out to you all in the side chat, and I wish you all a good evening.
Thank you. Anxiety.
Thank you, Brandy and Bonsai, for putting on the show. Thanks to everybody in the panel. Thanks to the side chat for showing up and making this something fun for everybody. Just see you next event. Have a good one.
Yeah. And we have Raven.
A big shout out to yourself, Bonsai, and a shout out to Brandy for putting the show on. Everybody in the side chat, everybody on the panel. Sorry for me ranting, guys, but that's just the way it is with me at the minute.
And me
But
too.
good luck everybody in the event.
Yeah. Thank you, Raven. John Kelly, I know you're a little late, but do you want to give a shout out?
Sure, why not? Shout out to first Skipjack and her husband. Keep up the health and just Keep up. Whatever you're doing it right. You're getting healthy. And then to the panel, to Bonsai, to Brandy for bringing me down into this chat because I was so late I wasn't even going to add on. And to the side chat, my daughter sit right next to me, probably talking in the chat. Thank you again.
Thank you. And then we have Ghost Rider.
My shout out, of course, goes to Bonsai for remember my name. And for letting me produce the show for him so we can give you quality streaming and to those on the side chat, to those who watch us later on, and Jim is progressing and Skip is doing all she can to make sure he comes home and he's doing better and better each day, but he needs that positive vibe to get himself from a rehab after being down for 2 months with COVID to get out of rehab so he can come home and get back to normal. And also shout out goes to Doomsday and his wife. His wife came down with COVID and a couple other things that I would rather have him discuss if needed. If not, then just say a prayer for them too, because it's still going on. It's not going to go away, and I don't care what they say about COVID. It's not going to be like an eventual flu. This is actually worse than a flu. So just take care of each other. Be safe.
Get vaccinated.
Get vaccinated, and if you have any underlying conditions, make sure you give yourself a couple of days to recoup instead of immediately going back to work. And then just, overall, like and subscribe, and if you want that notification, you gotta tap that notification bell, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
you for joining.
And my shout out goes to you guys on the panel. I'd love to be with you on the panel. And for those that are on the side chat, big thanks for you to join our show today. I know that it was not much we could talk about, but I think we did discuss a few things. Big shout out to you guys on the side chat. I don't want to call it shout out, but I will call it pray maybe for Skip and Jim, and hope he can be with us soon so we can make him laugh again. And my last shout out goes to my pretty wife. That is all from us. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye. Bye all.
So,
Bye.
you got a lot of experience making games, huh? You wanna come make games for me? Here's a game for ya. Which hand do I have your balls in? Trick question. One in each. Hey, where's my Yoo-hoo? The pink kind, not that brown bullshit.
Games? Did you know I was a huckle-buckle beanstalk champion? Hot buttered beans! I'd yell and all the kids would come running and Sammy Glickman's pants would fall down.
So as you can clearly see, our target gaming consumer sweet spot is here, where your basic early adopting waitlister meets your hardcore leisure gaming power sampler with a knee-jerk social dabbling bias. Clear?
Listen up, Milton fucking Bradley. You don't come here to make the kind of games you play. You come here to make the kind of games she'd play.
This device will determine what game you'll be working on for the next 2 years. Good luck.
Sammy used to love his joystick. He loved to play games with it. Boop, 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 boop.
See, our games are so delightfully adorable that they tickle Missy here till she pees her big girl underpants.
Oh look, Zombie Castle Rescue. Hardcore.
You work here and you take that passion and degree and you shove it up a plush pony's ass till it blossoms into a fuzzy rainbow-colored turd. Wait, that's a goddamn adorable idea for a game. What the fuck do I need you for?
We're platform agnostic. Our games live on browser, social, mobile, Android, iOS, VCRs.
I think I took the boner one by mistake.
We don't imitate other games, we imagination imitate them, bitch.
Two-way pagers, 8-tracks, boom boxes.
Hello.
Hardcore hardcore. Where's in my goddamn U-Haul?
What is best in life? Is it to crush your enemies, to see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women? Well, that's a pretty good start. But at Kixeye, we want more than that. We want to make games for gamers by gamers. Because 40 years from now, when you're bouncing your grandkids on your knee and they ask, "Grandpa, what kind of games did you used to make?" you can say, "Little ones, I made games that kick serious ass. Mind-blowing games that left virtual farmers crapping their virtual pants in fear. And when your grandkids finally stopped crying, they'd understand what you were saying to them. That you worked at Kixeye. That you redefined online gaming. Imitated no one, compromised nothing, and had a fucking blast doing it. So come, be a part of the best damn gaming company on the planet."
Your only regret will be the time you spent thinking of going anywhere else!